So this is the Model S?
Yeah, Model S. This is just the all-wheel drive version, but full self-drive, so hands and feet off.
Now turn right onto Park Meadows Mall.
Turn signals turn on automatically. So usually it'll roll through here. There is no stop sign here technically, but it does sense a vehicle coming. Usually if there's no one coming, it would roll through that, just because there's no stop sign. But yeah, there it goes. Again, we'll change lanes
In
on its
500
own.
feet,
Recognize the
turn left
stop
to stay on
signs.
Park Meadows Mall.
You
Then
can also
turn right
kinda-
onto South Yosemite Street.
Oh, white zone.
Yeah, you can watch on the display, so if we see any people walking around, it'll actually show right here on that screen. So.
It actually gives you the legal stop.
A full stop.
Yeah.
So you'll watch the speedometer. When we go to a stop sign, it'll literally
Now
go
turn
to
left
zero.
to stay on Park Meadows Mall.
And it actually almost feels unnatural because like I feel like I'm like a 1 mile per hour kind of guy.
Yeah.
This is an interesting intersection. This traffic does not stop technically unless they don't know what they're doing. And the car understands that and will wait for them. It gives them the right of way.
Okay, so we live on Mount Rainier.
Mhm.
And a lot of times you have to look like
Now
both
turn
sides
right
of the
onto South
road, way
Yosemite
up
Street.
further. You've got little animals that'll come running across, not sure if they're going to come across or not, and they'll just be hanging out on the side. Does it automatically slow down for them?
Yeah, if you have a
Because the speed limit is like 55, 60.
Yeah, so it'll slow down if it's within the vehicle's range. So if it sees it, it's in the lane, it will. This is a question came up. If it saw a deer on the sidewalk, would it slow down for it? No.
It
Not
wouldn't.
unless it feels like that thing is going to be walking in front of it.
So
It's
it
just
actually takes like a body movement before it.
correct. So almost like a passenger or like a person. You could have a person walking over there. The car wouldn't expect that person's going to jump in front of the car.
Right.
But if it does sense that it's going to get in front, it will actually slow down.
But that's the thing about animals is
They're unpredictable.
Yeah.
yeah.
They're supposed to use
A
the
person
animal
normally
crosswalks.
wouldn't, but yeah.
Not that it's a thing.
So does it have like, can you like slam on the brakes or make it slow down automatically?
Yeah.
If
could
you
take
see
over.
it and the car isn't gonna
Yeah.
slow down?
So at any point, if you want to take over, you hit the brakes, kind of like turning off cruise control in a car.
Okay.
You can also just take the steering wheel and just, basically it'll release the autopilot
Okay.
at that point.
Okay,
But-
so you can.
So
you
it
can jack
won't.
onto it.
Yeah. And it'll actually
So it
disable
doesn't like
when we're
fight
up
you
here.
and say no.
Yeah. You can see, so it's taking into account other vehicles moving. It sees the lights red. All that's displayed on my little heads-up display. The nice thing about the steering wheels like this is wide open for me to see.
Right.
And then this screen is adjustable. You can actually tilt it. Let's see if it's going to let me do it in the display.
Oh snap!
Isn't that cool?
What?
So you can actually adjust it based on So if you're the driver and you want most control, you can go there. But if you want both people sitting up front to be able to see, if you're watching a movie or something, can't do a movie while driving, not yet.
Right.
But you can kind of play with it. So
That's pretty cool.
there is a camera watching that's right up here, and what that's looking for. If you're in a full self-drive like we are right now, you don't have, you don't fall asleep, you don't have a medical emergency, and that you're not playing on your phone. If for any reason it senses that you're looking down at something for a long period of time, like a phone, it'll actually observe it and it'll actually warn us to take the steering wheel, just kind of give us a little wiggle to make sure that we're in the car and awake. If for any reason you don't respond to its request for a little wiggle, it'll actually pull over because at that point it feels that it is unsafe to keep going forward. If you violate it multiple times, like if you're a repeat offender and you keep on looking at your phone and it's telling you not to, it'll actually disable the full self-drive, usually for one drive cycle. If you keep doing it, it could disable it for a week, I've heard. So it'll give you a week of a timeout saying like you need to stop texting and driving. But they are talking about in the near future that they will allow full self-drive and texting because it's safer. And,
Right.
we'd rather you do full self-drive and text than
In 1,000
try to
feet,
drive
turn
and
right onto
text,
East Naples Avenue.
because the vehicle is capable. Again, I haven't touched the steering wheel or the
Yeah,
brakes
I
since we
noticed that.
left. So.
Yeah.
Well, and this is probably like the first step to like, this is your DD.
Yeah, full autonomy. We are going to full autonomy. You have to be awake in the driver's seat. Yeah, full autonomy. But again, and you can also adjust how aggressive the autopilot is. So like if you a little bit more of a relaxed driver, you can actually go to a chill or sloth. We also have a Mad Max mode. If you want to drive more aggressively and you want
Which
the
is
car-
what that one girl was saying.
Yeah, so you can actually set it to a Mad Max and like it will literally on the highway kind of like zigzag around traffic and everything. So you can actually adjust the autopilot to your personal preferences. I think the this feels pretty good. I kind of feel like personally I'm a little bit more of a calm driver, so
Yeah.
I'm just gonna switch it to chill. You can feel kind of let off the gas
Yeah.
a little bit. It all does that in real time, and you can also adjust steering wheel tightness. So like if you are driving yourself, you can adjust how tight the steering wheel is, how tight or how it accelerates everything right here from the screen. So
So have you ever done Mad Max?
I haven't in autopilot because like I don't know, I don't want it to just be like weaving in and out.
Yeah, and does it speed if it's in Mad Max?
It'll go above the speed limit, but it usually stays within like range before you'll actually get pulled over. Yeah. But you know, one day, who knows? Maybe they'll start letting us go above and beyond. So up here, it wants to take a left. I don't want to take a left. I
In
want to take a
500
right.
feet, turn
So
left
I'm
onto
gonna
South
take
Dayton
over,
Street.
and I'll show you guys what that looks like and sounds like. So you'll hear a little ting ting, and it basically says that I've taken over. So I'm just gonna tap the brake here in a
Now
second.
turn
So
left onto South Dayton Street.
that noise
Wow,
signifies that I have control of the car, and then basically now, you know, I'm driving. But we're going to go in this parking lot over here, and I'm actually going to demonstrate for you guys the full park. It actually will park itself as well.
Parallel park?
It will parallel park, and it'll also park
Now
in
turn
the
left
parking
onto
spot,
East IKEA Way.
including if there's vehicles around. We are going to an empty parking lot, but it can park with other vehicles right next to it.
In 500 feet, turn left, then turn right.
Alright, so we've got a nice parking lot over here. Let's say you guys are pulling in, you want to find a good place to park. So as soon as you go in the parking lot, it should start displaying parking spots for. It's actually my heads-up display. And the way it works is I'm going to use this little wheel here to pick a spot. So let's say I want that one. So it'll let the car take over and it'll actually park in that spot. It does prefer to back in. They say it's actually safer. What's it done? Figure it out. There it goes. It is safer to back in, like versus nosing in. A lot of like UPS and FedEx drivers, they always back their trucks in. So we also kind of take a page out of that book. It was always safer to back a vehicle in, especially when you're ready to take off. It's already nosed up, ready to go.
Oh my.
Put itself in park. We're there. Isn't that crazy?
Oh my god.
So imagine door to door now. It's completely, you know, hands off. You want to drive? It's up to you. You can actually drive yourself if you'd like, if just to get a feel for it.
I'm good.
All
I'm
right.
having fun right here.
All right. So now I'm going to show you guys what it feels like to actually drive the car myself. So you know, to actually switch gears, there's no place to shift gears right now. I don't know if you
Right.
noticed my turn
Yeah.
signals are here. So to shift gears, you put your foot on the brake and you drag this forward. So that is my forward. I drag it backwards for reverse. You tap here to park. If for any reason you forgot, let's say like you're in drive and you absolutely forgot, if you take off your seatbelt, it automatically puts you in park.
Huh.
So you couldn't like get out of this thing and have it roll away on you. It's not an option. But yeah,
So does it have an e-brake, or are you just...
it does. So if you actually listen really carefully,
Oh,
that-
Uh-huh.
so it's actually compressing the rear calipers for an emergency brake. So it does have one in the rear. So
And it just kind of automatically puts it on.
puts it on, automatically turns it off. But yeah, so here is actually, you know, me driving now. You guys get to observe what the rookie looks like compared to the computer. So something that's different about Teslas compared to other vehicles is when you let off the gas, it actually comes to a stop. Similar to like a golf cart. If you've ever gone golfing, you let off
Yeah.
the gas on a golf cart, it usually will start to decelerate. So to give you guys an idea, I'm accelerating. There's a stop sign coming up here. I'm not going to touch the brake. I'm just releasing the gas pedal here. I'm actually still haven't touched the brake at all. So you learn to kind of judge distance and, you know, brake or let off the throttle accordingly, but I still haven't touched the brake. It's going to come to a complete stop. And then now I can actually take over. Keep going.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Dynamics. We do have an insane mode, and then gives you a little bit more pickup. We could try that a little bit just to give us a little bit of a little oomph. We'll get to a nice little straightaway. We'll give her a little bit. And this is not a plaid, but this is like an all-wheel drive, which is still respectively fast, but a plaid is like stupid fast. So now I am applying the brake because I didn't judge enough distance back there to slow down. But let's see.
doing something unsafe with.
It'll start to beep. That wasn't good. I don't even think it was a full throttle. Ugh, that was only 30 miles an hour. We got more room.
That's the battery though, because you give it that. Once you hit that go, it's like
Yeah, it's instant
Yeah.
power. Yeah, in the gas car, there's no combustion happening. Turbo cars, you have to wait for the turbo to spool. There's none of
Right.
that. Even a supercharger has to actually spool up to
Right.
get gig power. Not a thing on this thing. Here we go, doing that old pull.
oh, I kind of like that.
And that was only at 35 miles an hour.
That was good. Cool.
Something to note though, like if I actually turn off there's no noise. Like you don't hear anything, including outside. We've had a lot of with sound dampening glass and suspension to make these cars quieter while you're driving. So you don't really hear anything around you.
Yeah,
Just yourself screaming when you hit the throttle.
yeah, you're right.
Someone was jamming in here earlier. Oh, let's get some AC on. Heated seats, air conditioned seats, heated steering wheel. Those are all just factory things that we have in the vehicles. Yeah, this is actually what I drive, but an older version of this. I absolutely love these cars.
So, what's something like this run?
This one starts at $94,900 from a starting point, kind of depending on the price point, what your goals are. We have everything starting from rear-wheel drive for $33,000 all the way up to a Model S Plaid or Model X Plaid in like the high 115 to 120 range. So kind of across the board, kind of a piece to
Depends on
end.
what you want.
What
Yeah.
about the truck?
Truck starts at $79,900 for
Oh,
an all-wheel drive version, and then we offer the Cyber Beast, which I believe is 112, 115 for the Beast, but that also is stupid fast. And then the truck actually has a really nice lease right now. It's a $729 a month lease. And we were talking about that when we were inside, so it's actually like a killer lease. It's half price of financing that thing. So you can
yeah,
get-
I'm paying $600 for my truck right now.
yeah,
I mean,
a little bit more, you can get a brand new truck. And we take trade-ins, by the way. You can trade in any vehicle you want.
Well,
so does the Beast, does it pull camp trailers too? Or
it
is
will-
it more of a speed type sport?
It does bumper pull, so we don't have it a way right now to do a fifth wheel, but we can bumper pull. It is capable of 11,000 pounds.
that's what
which
you
is-
have is a pull, bump.
Bumper pull, yeah. So
Yeah.
it absolutely is more than capable, but just like a gas or diesel vehicle, when you're pulling a trailer, you will notice a decreased range
Mm-hmm.
or, fuel economy, I guess, in a
Right.
gas car. So, but yeah, it is more than capable of pulling a trailer. 11,000 pounds, they say that's the equivalent of an African elephant. So that's a good amount of weight. That's diesel territory.
Yeah, well, we have a toy hauler. We've got lots of toys.
Oh, there you go.
I think our trailer is 75.
Oh, yeah.
Dry weight, I think 75.
More than capable of doing something like that.
I mean, we
Yeah,
figure
but then you put the
10,000
toys in it, you
toys
put the
in,
water in it.
Then
And,
it gets up.
Then it gets heavy.
Yeah.
Oof. So again, if you don't like driving with that fast acceleration all the time, you can just switch to comfort. And what that does is it makes your throttle less responsive.
Yeah, kind
And
of a
so it just
smoother.
makes it come more comfortable. So you could buy the fast and fast, but still drive it nicely daily without having to snap your neck and go to a chiropractor. You kind of have the push of a button. You can